Alrighty, time for another episode in my Korinthos Let's Play series. I haven't been playing for the past few days because there has just been so much work and so many great tournament battles to upload, so I haven't been able to play any single player myself. I have focused on doing the multiplayer replays because they have been great, a lot of fun, and there were many matches that I wanted to watch. So let's see where we are. Our income is not good. I need to keep an army over here in Torone to defend from Agamemnon's pride. Then I have a public order guy over here because I have a festival going on, or an edict. I just took Zakynthos. Public order there is a bit problematic, but it shouldn't matter too much because the province is going to stabilize soon. Now the real issue is down here, where my main army was defeated, and they are now being held up by a dignitary. So let's or a noble. So let's see what I can do with Socrates. There's a high chance of a negative outcome here. Agent failure, agent wounded. There's a decent chance to stop the target by trying to persuade him. By coerce him, there is a high chance to defect and a high chance to stop the target. So although I don't have a lot of money, I'm going to try that.
I am sure we will reach an arrangement.
Let's see if he's able to persuade. Oh shit. Oh, that was terrible. My agent was wounded, and I used him to reduce the upkeep of this army, and now now my income plummeted further, and my noble is wounded. So that was a horrible attempt. Eastman Games, +1 public order, okay. Now I at least can get my army back to Korinthos, so they can start to increase their strength. Now in Korinthos, I have the amphitheatron, and I don't know if that's necessary, because the public order is great in Korinthos. It's going to give me 60 wealth from entertainment. But you know what? I'm going to... Well, that is pretty damn good. 3 food, 100 wealth from local commerce, and -1 public order. Korinthos can take that. Plus 12% research rate isn't bad, but increased trade income and food and wealth from local commerce, quite like that. Because I don't have a huge food surplus. So the question is what to do with this army down here. Now I want to take Horkera, but there are also... Horkera is strong. Athena doesn't have a strong presence down here. I'm friendly with Kydonia, friendly with Knossos. It might be nice to go down and take the take Crete here. Still, I want to take care of Athens before I do anything else. So I'm going to send my... Let's see, that's my army, that's my navy. So I'm going to send my army in double time, which it is in now. I'm going to send them into Korinthos to try and put some pressure on the Athenians that way. The navy, I guess it can stay and try to increase the public order here for a bit. I don't have many funds to play around with, so that's no funds. I can disband my Triaries, disband my Javelin Marines at least. Then I can... Let's see, Hoplites are good to have, Rhodians are good to have. The Agranian X-Men are quite expensive, but I do want them in my army still. And one way to... I'm just thinking about how I'm going to deal with these armies here, because I should be able to defeat them in a siege, for example on Torone. If they take Mende, I should also be able to do some damage to them. Let's just end the turn and see what happens. But I hate having armies like this that aren't doing any good, that aren't paying for themselves. So I think it might be a good idea, even though these Rhodians up here are absolute beasts, it might be a good idea to start disbanding the least important units, which is going to increase my income by quite a bit. I want to save the light cavalry and the Rhodians in case there's a siege. I need to take care of some skirmishers and some hoplites with my own Rhodians. Yay! So my agent has finally recovered. A rebellion is imminent over there. Let's see if we can... Yeah, I'll get my army down there to sort that out before it happens. Korinthos isn't very happy, but the public order is stabilizing. So consecrated ground might be a good thing to go for a few turns. It's going to increase my income a bit, and it's going to increase public order. So yeah, we'll start out with the consecrated ground because it's such a small settlement still, and it won't make me a lot of income either way. So let's have him in the army and start this military administration. And look what happened to my income now, 2,458. I think that's a seasonal thing, that my income increased, and Sparta is just destroying Athena down here. They took Lorion from Athena, so Athena is quickly becoming a non-threat, but Sparta could be a problem, because when I go to war with Sparta, Korinthos is smack in the middle of the Spartan holdings, which means of course that I do have a good position to strike out from, but Sparta is quickly becoming very, very strong here, and Athens is becoming very weak. If I wait a turn or two, I should be able to start making some more money. There's a rebellion in Naupactos. The festival of Adonis gives plus 10 wealth from subsistence. I'm making some money, which is good. So I'll just take down the rebel army to get the battle here. Nope, can't reach it just yet. And now I can start to upgrade some things, but I do think that I want to save some funds for later. The public order down here should be fine when I start making a bit more money. When in a few more turns. Public order should fix itself. It looks like the Spartan army took a lot of damage from attacking Athena. Here we have the heralds of Thanatos. I don't see any scary armies nearby from Athens here, so I'll start upgrading some buildings. Palestra is so expensive. A shrine is going to solve my public order issues quite substantially, but it would be a good idea, I think, to... The question is whether I need hoplites up here or not. Let's see what these... I can't really see what these buildings down here have. Amphipolis. You know what? I think I'm going to be able to do well with skirmishers and militia hoplites. So I'll destroy this building. Then we'll see. We have a harbor that's going to increase food and wealth from maritime commerce. It's also going to reduce the public order, but it provides a garrison of archer marines and marines. The increase in wealth is nice. There's a nice increase in wealth here as well, but a better increase in wealth. Then we have the +8 public orders, +60 wealth. Palestry, let's have a look at the prices here. 1350, 1700. I quite like the harbor for the time being. Let's have a look at if we can build something else somewhere else. The trader. Trader is a useful building to have. These slaves should be able to be dealt with fairly easily in the next turn. Yeah, let's just play this battle. We have a nice the Medusa head wielders. That's like the head hurlers of Rome 1, only they are hurling Medusa heads. And they are looking fabulous in pink. This is going to be the battle of this episode. A nice bridge crossing battle, or river crossing battle by the looks of it. Alright. Looks like I will be reinforcing the battlefield. Kleinias is holding heroically on the other side here, while my fabulous allies are moving up. Their unit cards were much more fabulous than the men's uniforms themselves. Mercenary Ionian Hippeis, those are the very heavy melee cavalry. Still a quite shitty unit. They have a 22 charge bonus. Here we have the beards are cool in the Wrath of Sparta. I hope they would have updated the beards from the main game with the beards from this DLC, because these beards look a lot better than the Smurf beards on the Spartans. And on the other looks like everyone is wearing fake beards. Hey, where are you running away down here? Try to chase after them for a bit. And it looks like I'm only reinforcing with my garrison as well, so that's great. We have the Ionian Hippeis running here. They'll probably just go and YOLO these javelin men to death. Yep. Well done, my allies. Charging into the militia hoplites. Let's see how they do against militia hoplites. Oh, they're dying. Not good for you, Hippeis. What the hell is the AI doing here? Just complete YOLO. Wasting his very heavy melee cavalry there. But here come the picked hoplites. Picked hoplites should be able to murder these militia hoplites. And now we're starting to see some nice moves from the AI. Rear charges and cycle charges all day from the AI. And here we have the Ionian Hippeis fighting with their copies in melee. Quite cool that they can charge in with spears or lances and then switch to their copies. More cavalry units, or more units in the game should be able to use two weapons. Like, for example, the shield bearers should have the ability to change to copies in melee. But it looks like the militia hoplites are still holding out. And the Ionian Hippeis are dying. They did manage to kill a few javelin men, but nothing substantial. Let's see who makes it here first. I'm going to start firing javelins on his picked hoplites. Come on, guys. Yes. Oh, there we are. Nicely done. I'll cause some friendly fire here. I think I killed all of those remaining hippies. Or hippies. Those javelin men are destroying Pixoplites. So I'm actually managing to be useful for my ally here. Few more volleys off. And they are gone. That took a lot longer than I thought it would. But it's nice to have allies and have them help me take out these rebel forces. Slave uprising crushed. As long as he doesn't attack my settlement, but I don't think he will. Trade agreement with Thraike, of course. I love Thraike. Thank you. And now I have achieved Aesthetics 1. My income is doing great. Defeat the fleet belonging to the following faction in battle. Athena. Well, I didn't really have any fleets around to do that with. But public order in Opactos is increasing. My treasury is filling up very nicely. Athena isn't a threat anymore, and that actually means that I can start disbanding some of these forces down here. Rhodians are super strong, but they are also super expensive. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to disband these Rhodians, since I don't need them to defend my settlement anymore. I'm going to start... Let's see what is going to be. Cultural propaganda. Well, increased movement can be useful. Seal for my general and increased movement. So now my income is improving by a lot. We have a small Athenian army over here. I'm going to disband one of my Rhodians and a boy named Zeus. Go over and try to defeat this Athenian army. Here, now I can build a subterranean aqueduct. Subterranean aqueduct, nice. Those Greeks had it going on. So I quite like the subterranean aqueduct for the public order and the growth, because I still have some room to grow in this province. So I'm going to go for the aqueduct until the region grows. And I just finished researching tragedy, which ironically enough, or logically enough, depending on how you look at it, it's going to increase my public order and plus wealth from entertainment, which is nice. We have the Doric order, which is going to reduce slave population decline. Commercial stimulation is going to increase slave unrest. That isn't bad. Comedy will also increase public order, but let's see if there are any other. Geometry, then we have indoor plumbing, not bad. Education. Yeah, let's have my Greeks be a bit more educated. So Sparta is messing up Athens. So is the Vietoian League. My income is a lot better. Public order is starting to increase in all of my provinces. In Brachia, I'm sure that's the correct pronouncement. In Ambrachia, we have the option to upgrade to a polis, which looks like a good idea. And or we can upgrade to a civil settlement first, a market settlement, or civil. I quite like the civil settlement here. Public order and growth. Growth and wealth, and growth, wealth, and commerce. So this is going to be a civil settlement. Yeah. Okay, so think I'm going to end it here to not make the episode too long. Athens isn't doing well at all. Korinthos is doing a lot better. Public order problems have been dealt with largely. It's summer, which means that I'm going to make a lot of money that I'm going to be able to spend in the winter season and possibly save up some money. And yeah, I think we'll end the episode here, and we should be able to be a lot more offensive in the coming turns because my income is a lot better, my public order is improving, and it's time to start pushing Athens completely out of Greece. They are losing their holdings in mainland Greece, and when I start pushing them out over here, the Greeks should quickly become a non-factor. So when that happens, I might go down and take care of the Ionian League. Let's see what happens. I might even try to go for the Persian Empire. Strength and honor.